Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the May 12th, the terrific Tuesday, otherwise known as the Taco Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there's having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free, pick up that phone, give us a dial, 877-927-6648. If you can't call in, we've got you covered there too. You can always send me an email. Send it early, though. Steve@TFNN.com is the email address. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question in our Tigers done well. Any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, I've got all the indices. Well, it's a mixed bag out here. You've got a few that are trading to the downside, like the Dow and the S&P, up 15 and 5 points, respectively. And then you've got that NASDAQ 100 trading up 25 points. The SOX Semiconductor Index is up 10 points. And the spot volatility index is up 11 cents out there. She's trading at 27.68. So a mixed bag. We'll go take a look at what that means, where support and resistance is, what to be looking for throughout the day. Goldilocks also trading really in a sideways band out here in between support and resistance. It's up $9.20, trade out at $17.07. Silver's up a nickel, $15.73. Light sweet crude is up almost $2, trade out at $26.09. Natural gas back 6 pennies. 30-year Treasury up over 1 full point right now. Leading the charge dollar-wise to the upside, it is Chipotle up nearly 3%, $25. Tesla's up 25.3%. Nova Vax is up 77%. That's a move. Quaker Chemical Corp, $17, 11%. Grubhub up 36%. Or $17 Roonies on I believe a bio tender offer from someone. Google, maybe. BlackRock is down $31. That's off 6%. Quidel Corp, that's off $17 or 8%. Essex Properties down 6%. GenFit SA down 65%. Not too fit there. And Stamps.com is off 12 buckaroonies. There was a question to go take a look at Hecla. Let's go ahead and get that off of our to-do list out here. Lost the sound. Bummer. Can't lose sound out here. Hopefully others in the den can hear me. But with regard to Hecla, like we begin our analysis of different positions, equities out here in this case, we look for support and resistance. One of the tools that you and I use for that our TAS market profiles. Now, we've got 3 time frames up here. We've got daily, weekly, and monthly. And if price is trading above the top of a box, it's not a box, but you'll see 3 lines, typically 3 lines out there. If price is trading above the top, it is broken through resistance. Well, what do we know about Hecla? Above resistance on the daily and above resistance on the monthly. 244 is the monthly level. 249 is the daily level. Price is trading at 265. Price has regained itself inside of the weekly profile. And so the weekly profile is going to suggest that its next stop, if price can make it up there, is going to be at about $2.85. That is the center of its profile. So that's where I would say would be the next level. Now, we might, I don't want to speak too fast out here because we want to pull over one of Stevie's other charts, our daily time frame chart. I guess I could have drawn it on that one. We'll just simply draw it here. But what I do see is a Gartley sell pattern. So Gartley sell pattern, it's got an A to B equals CD. The A point out here begins from March 17th. That's our A point. Our B point looks like March 27th. And then a retracement down into the low, looks like about a 0.786. Yes, 77% into April the 4th out there. The 1-to-1 price projection was 279. The actual high out here looks like it may have taken place on the trading day of April 30th. April 30th, well, let's see if I do it this way, if I can get that number out here. The actual high was 277 versus 279. You've got to love it. Now, the reason why Stevie is saying that this is a Gartley, first in a Gartley sell, the actual pattern would look like this. Why don't I just use my coloring tools out here? I won't worry about grabbing the exact swing points out here. That's not as important as you get to see just this beautiful Gartley sell pattern that formed out here. Now, the reason why it completed, well, first it had to have that 1-to-1 A. Well, it had to have an A to B equals CD. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1. Just needs an A to B equals CD pattern. Well, we've got that. We established that. Then what you need is some type of, to complete the pattern, some type of bearish reversal candle. You want to know your P's and Q's. I don't know what that means. I know you do want to know your bullish and bearish reversal candles, though. So we got that. You got a nice little dark cloud cover, different than the dark cloud cover workshop that Basil gave. Just a coincidence out there. But here is the bearish. Oh, now we've got the mic on. Are you telling me the mic was off all that time? Nobody in the den could hear me? Golly gee whippers. And it was somebody in the den asking me about this here. I'm going to summarize. This is Hecla. Hecla's got a Gartley sell pattern that was formed and completed on May 1st out there, and it was completed with that dark cloud cover. Now, at this stage here, price is trading between resistance, which is going to be the high of that dark cloud cover. That's the high of the trading session out here on April 30th, and support. And support on this is at $2.16. 216 was its breakout level. There's other support areas, one being Stevie's green line. That was tested and rejected today, 258. You've got also the top, center, and bottom of its daily profile. So it's kind of neutral. So be careful if you're long Hecla, because you've got a valid sell pattern. But price has not broken through support. So what this tells you is you really should have some type of adjusted stop in place. In the case of Hecla, of course, it depends on when you got in, where your price point is. The average daily range is 19 cents. That's over the last 10 trading sessions. So what you want to do is you want to have a stop. I would say a stop is 19 cents times 1.272 or 1.618, less, in essence, today's close out there because of that topping signal. So Tyco, I hope that helps you out. If not, listen to the replay out here, because I don't want to really repeat for the folks that were hearing my voice on Tiger TV. I don't think it'd be great for me to regurgitate all of that. So trading between really support and resistance out here, neutral, good time to make sure you have an adjusted stop in place. So let's go take a look at the markets out here, see what we know. We've got the ES Mini pulling back as we speak right now. Nothing substantially, well, maybe. What's the level we're going to be paying attention to? That's right. On a 30-minute time frame, its most recent breakout area. That's 2909. And if we take a look at, speaking of nines out here, the 30-minute chart for the ES Mini has loved the nines. If we take a look at that, you've got a TD9 count bottom that formed out here. That was, I believe, yesterday morning at 9 o'clock. Price makes, well, we were on the air. You and I were talking about the nines coming to the 2 o'clock time frame. Well, the ES Mini topped out there, pulls back into midnight. When it does what? Forms another TD9 count bottom. Tops out this morning where? A TD9 count top out here. Price never closed above that high. And now price is going to be testing that support level of 2909. I've got no bottoming signal down there. So if price breaks through 2909, where's it headed to? 2895.50.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, Taz understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the Taz Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the Taz Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN is launching an open house for our Tiger's Den. For a limited time, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Tiger's Den. Just enter promo code OPEN at checkout and pay nothing for 30 days while you try out your Tiger's Den membership as part of our open house. With market volatility at an all-time high and people all over the world working from home if possible, TFNN is hosting an open house in our Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is an interactive chat room that runs all day where other Tigers and Tigresses discuss trading ideas with the hosts and members, along with charts and current market news, as well as live access to the charts the hosts use during their programs. Join us for the Tiger's Den Open House. Begin your Den membership today by just entering OPEN at checkout and pay nothing while you try things out for 30 days. For all the details and to start your Den membership today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the TFNN Tiger's Den Open House taking place now. Sign up today.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 107, S&P 15, NASDAQ down 7 points right now. Dennis G writes in, wants to take a look at ticker symbol ZYXI. That is Zynex Inc. Dennis is in, and says you just bought 200 shares. Now, I don't know if that was an old message or not, but here, let me tell you what's going on inside of Zynex Inc. So you've got a dark cloud cover candle today, and prices are getting back inside the daily profile out there and after it broke above it yesterday. So remember, Stevie likes to take a look at 2 candle closes. Now, Dennis, what you're going to want to be watching out here is today's close. If price can close above 1983, you're trading at 1954 right now, then you've got a breakout. Now, when I say breakout, a breakout above resistance. Whereas if price closes below 1983, yesterday would be a false breakout. Now, we can see all kinds of A to B equals CD patterns out here. At least I can. I mean, you could take one from back here. I really wouldn't do that. I'd really use one of the shorter ones coming off of March 16th. You know, my B point would probably be April 15th, and then a one-day wonder to the downside. So I had no reason for me to really draw the A to B equals CD pattern because we can see it. And I mentioned there, and that was the giveaway, you've got a dark cloud cover candle that is forming. And so if price closes below 1983, you should anticipate that price is going to pull back to test support. And support in this case would be 1590 or 1655. Now, there may be another support level. Let's find out where Stevie's green line is at, or red line, 1881. So this is going to be very easy. You can see how as price began moving higher and as price got above Stevie's green line, the oscillator and change line, that every pullback was a test and rejection of that level. That's how you're able to identify the difference between just a normal retracement by having this line. Without this line, for the most part, you just don't know. But with this line, and it's an easy thing to understand and learn. And I teach you, just go subscribe to Mastering Probability for 30 days for free. There's a workshop on there. It'll explain exactly how you identify this out here, because it is extraordinarily helpful. And it's going to help Dennis out here with regard to his trading decision. Granted, I can draw in a butterfly sell pattern, but the key is that price is not going to move back to 1590 or 1655 unless we see it close below Stevie's green line. That's 1881. So pull back to that level, and I can't see on my screen now, what you bought this at. You should anticipate at this stage, that's really what the message of the market is at 1:20 in the afternoon. Again, it closed above 1983. You'll still have the dark cloud cover, but at least a key level of support, the top of that profile, will have held. But if you see it close below 1881. I'm not really referring to today. It doesn't have to be today. The number will change slightly, but if it closes below that, that's going to tell you you're moving back to the 1590, 1655 area. So I hope that helps you out. Let me just do a quick thing here. The oscillator and change line is not going to be accurate. It's going to be the daily versus the weekly. I just want to see what's going on a weekly basis. Price is moving higher, doing less relative energy, bar number 6. So not a problem really on the weekly, but watch that daily time frame, Dennis, and I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. So let's go see. I'm going to see if I've got any other requests. I don't see anything else out here. Let's look at the shorter term time frames for the markets just to try to get a feel for what's going on out here. So, I say shorter term time frame. This is the daily time frame, so I'm not going to talk about that just yet. Let's come take a look at. So we looked at the ES-mini. Let's look at all 4 of the equity futures contracts. Let's turn on the NQ out here. 30-minute time frame. This formed earlier this morning. This formed a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. This was at the market open. You got that nice big old key reversal, bearish engulfing session. Price is now trading below 92.8550. 2 closes below that level are going to suggest that price would pull back to its breakout level. That's 91.4750. Now, I don't know if we'll do that today. We've got to wait to first see on a 30-minute basis how price handles the 92.85 area. But if there is a close below that, that's going to signal moving back to its breakout level of 91.47. That is on the 30-minute time frame chart for the NQ. If we look at the Dow equity futures contract right now, it appears to be testing a key level of, not really. Some of these red lines have been extended a little bit longer than I would like. So let me just actually clean that up just a tad out here. Oh, more than a tad. Holy shnikes, Steve-O. What did you have in there? I must have been really trying to find some. So here, this is going to be a little bit better, easier for you to see and understand. So where price is likely targeting inside the Dow equity future contract is going to be the 23,961 level. 23. Now, look, pulling back to these breakout areas in these 30-minute time frames, testing and rejecting. We talk about Stevie's red and green line out there, that being a place to take a look at, pulling back just simply in testing support. That's just the retracement style. Not that this wouldn't be a retracement, but this is moving back to an area where it had broken out. There's nothing wrong with that. Price is always in a bull market supposed to pull back and test support. And we know in this case here, it's identified for its 30-minute time frame where that level is, 23,961. Not until there's a close below that could there be some type of trouble in paradise. Now, when I say trouble in paradise, remember, if we're going to see changes in trend, the first changes in trend we would see would be on the short-term time frames. We really don't have that just yet. Maybe we get that by the end of the day, and maybe we don't. If we take a look at the Russell 2000, really trading in between support and resistance. Resistance, its TD9 count top at 1329.50. There was a TD9 count this morning that stopped that advance of price. Kind of makes sense, and price pulling back and testing that breakout level of 1365. There's another one that's also important. That's 1296.20. That's the one that I would be using, 1296.20, to give you an inkling that there may be a change in trend. Again, the change in trend would then pass from the 30-minute to the 60-minute time frame. And so if we do stay with the Russell 2000, just for blanks and giggles, we'll see that its breakout levels to be watching, 1301.50, that has been tested and held. Did that this morning. morning, as well as 1296.20. So those are the areas inside the Russell 2000 to pay attention to. Let's stay with Russell 2000. Let's go from a 60. Let's double. Let's get double the fun out here. Let's go to the 2-hour time frame chart. What does a 2-hour time frame chart tell us? Well, if I could pull it over onto my screen, then you would know. What is it telling us? Well, it's got extremely strong support at 1296.20 out there. So I think that 1296 might have tied into something on the 60-minute time frame. So 1296.20 for the Russell is going to be an important area, certainly to be watching. If we go take a look at the 5-hour time frame chart, I know we didn't double, we doubled plus. The 5-hour time frame chart is 1269.30. This did generate a TD 9-count top. We can see price just consolidating. The Russell, basically the weak indice out here. It's a reason to spend some time taking a look at it. And then if we move over to the daily time frame, we're going to see, in essence, basically a sideways-ish style type move ever since this created its 3 drive to a top pattern. Now here we can see that Stevie's red line turned green yesterday. Green with envy out there. And you know what that means? That means at some point in time here in the not too distant future, I can't give you that day, not because I can't, but mostly because I can't, if you know what I mean. And so in this case here, what we should anticipate is we should anticipate the Russell testing. Don't know if it'll reject it, but testing that green line. It's currently printing out at 1264.70. A test and rejection would say price is going to go back up and test that dark cloud cover that has confirmed this 3 drive to a top pattern. And trading below that could spell curtains. Curtains meaning, hey, let's go take a look at those March lows and maybe take those out. And that is courtesy of... I don't know what that's courtesy of. It's courtesy of Stevie. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 145, S&P down 20, NASDAQ off 26 points out there. This little chart that I have up on my screen out here, not so much a chart here. Let me just expand it so that there's no other space behind it. This is the data. So Tom O'Brien oftentimes starts his show, or at some point, what you think about, you bring about. What you focus on grows. That's always resonated with me. I would imagine that it has resonated with you as well. And you think about it, what you focus on grows. And take that to, I'm not showing you the John Hopkins COVID map up there, because that focuses on what? It focuses on death. It focuses on fear. It makes many people afraid or fear. Now, Tony Robbins took the letters for fear, turned that into an acronym: false evidence appearing real. With regard to fear, one thing that I can certainly share with you, you know this to be true, that anytime you make a decision coming from a state of fear, you're usually going to make the wrong decision out there. And so whenever you've got to make a decision, you've got to be able to learn how to put yourself into a feeling of strength, a mode of strength. One of those things is what you focus on, because if you're going to focus on fear, it's going to be very difficult to come from an aspect of strength out there. So I just throw that out there. Now, what this is here, because I see my tax dollars going to waste out there with regard to what the senators are doing, interviewing these folks out there and just trying to create more fear. This is the life rate. I'm not going to focus on the death rate. I'm not really interested in focusing on fear. Instead, let's focus on something more positive. To give you an idea, if you are a resident in Hawaii, the likelihood of living through this COVID-19 crisis right now, through yesterday, is 99.9988%. And really, we should be focusing on fear. Now, they're the best. Well, actually, they're tied with Wyoming, 99.98, Alaska, 99.9986 out here, versus New York, which we know has been hurt hard out here. But in New York, the chance, even in the worst possible place that we could be in the United States, the life rate, the focus on life, not death, is 99.86% out there, folks. And this is what people are willing to give up rights for. And you're willing to put up allowing our Congress to do that. They're wasting our money today. They're not. Look, here's the deal. If you want to solve a problem, focus on solutions. Do not be spent 95% of your time, 99% of your time on solutions, not on problems out there. Sorry, just had to get it off my chest out there. I wish we would put together a map that just simply focuses, folks, on life, not on death. Okay, let's go out to Ron. Ron in, is this Ron in Denver?
Hello, Steve. Thank you for those super comments. I wish you'd have been with Fossey addressing Congress today.
Well, I'd love to be. I'd love to go up against those folks. They get crushed in a heartbeat out there. Just crushed out there.
Common sense is not something they have.
Well, what we can't do.
I was wondering if you would do me a favor and take a look at Cisco, CSCO.
Yeah, tell me what you're doing.
Backed off today a little bit. I wonder if it's a good place to get involved. They're going to be bringing out earnings tomorrow, and I know they've got a security business that they think is kind of like Zoom.
Sure. Okay. So let's look at the positives here on Cisco, CSCO, folks. One, remember, we take a look at where's support and resistance out here. And on a daily basis, right now today, price is trading above its bearish structured daily profile. So if Cisco can close today above 43.30, Ron, and I would say tomorrow above 43.30, it's communicating to you that it wants to move higher. Now, move higher to where? We'll come back and try to figure that out. Now, on a weekly basis, and it's only Tuesday, but if this was Friday, well, then you would like this because price right now is trading above the top of its weekly profile, 43.13. So from just simply a profile standpoint, assuming that it's going to continue to move higher, we don't know whether it will or it won't, the price target from a profile standpoint would then be the center of its monthly level, and that is 47.16. So we like what we see on the daily basis. We're going to go look at my other chart, make sure that's the case out there. Volume today is about 12 million shares so far, 12.6, and that's going against what could be a B point of an A to B equals CD that has 17 million. Whoops, I'm sorry. 16 million. So this has the volume. If we were to draw the A to B equals CD pattern here, I'll do that for you. The A point would be down here. This is the daily time frame, folks, we're looking at. March 16th low, and I'll go ahead and use the high from April 28th and then a retracement down into May 4th. And that 1-to-1 gets you into the 51.71-ish type area. So that's what that says. Now I'm going to pull over my other chart to see if there's anything else on a daily time frame for us to be concerned with. So far, I don't see it. This bottomed with a TD9 count out here. Let's just see where we're at in the wave counts to the up. So here's the only fly in the financial ointment for you. And that is that today is also going to potentially be wave number 7. That is letter G out there. It may not turn out to be wave number 7. Maybe it turns out to be wave number 2 or 3. But other than that, Ron, it looks good. And on this daily time frame chart, this is telling us that it won't run into resistance till it gets to the 47.67 area. So I like what I see with price trading above. The only thing I don't like is that wave number 7. But as long as price remains above 43.31, the top of that daily profile, this likely wants to run to 47.67.
Super. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that.
You bet. Thanks for calling, and best of luck with that trade. That is CSCO, Cisco out there. Okay, what do we want to go take a look at next? Let's just go, let's look at the larger time frames. Let's look at the daily time frames. What is it that we're all waiting for out here? Well, what Stevie's waiting for is now if we take a look, we talked about wave number 7 on that Cisco chart. If we take a look at the daily time frame here for the NQ, we're going to see that it also is in wave number 7. Now, this has been extending itself for the last couple of days. What you also see out here on the daily NQ is you see a 3 drive to a top pattern. Whether that actually forms and completes today or tomorrow or the next day, it's still a valid pattern that's out here. But what this needs is some type of bearish reversal candle. You and I believe we looked at the Russell 2000 equity future contract. And that had the 3 drive to a top. So that was a textbook of what that looks like and how that forms. And now we're just waiting to see, will that same pattern unfold inside of the NQ out here? No real resistance, so this can easily make a run for its highs. And if this pattern here does not confirm over the next several days, let's say by Friday out here, then chances are price is going to make a run for the all-time highs out there. So inside the NQ, what we're really waiting on, what we're really focused on, if that is going to make a turn, then that's going to have to make a turn inside the 6 instruments, with inside the top 6 instruments. It's really 7 because Google split up into 2 out here. It's going to require those to make some type of turn to the downside. If we take a look at the at Microsoft out here, yesterday was a TD9 count top, so it's got a TD9 count pattern. It's also got wave number 7 out here. If Microsoft closes below Stevie's green line, currently priced at 183.25, well, that could at least get us moving down to the 171.88 area. That's the breakout level. That was courtesy of the TD9 count that formed yesterday. Steve.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 108, S&P 16 points. We've got a request to take a look at ticker symbol AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, for David in Framingham. So right now we got AMD trading in between its daily and weekly profiles. It's a bullish structure daily profile. Out here, David, price is trading at 55.38. That's really right around the center of that profile. A nice close above 55. The exact number is 55.32. 55.32. So a nice close above that should take you up to the 58.63 area out here. Now, there's resistance up at these highs. If you take a look at the weekly chart, here's a shooting star that forms on February 17th. So that's going to be your resistance. That is going to be 59.27. 58.63 happens to be the top of its weekly profile. So now you've got real resistance in that 58.63 to 59.27 range out there. And 58.63 is both the top of the daily and the weekly profile. Now, on a monthly basis, price is above the top of that level, 40.17. So that looks good. So you're really in between right now support and resistance out here. If price can clear, close above the high of that shooting star, 59.27, then what you might have is a big A to B equals CD to the upside. When I say big, let's go put that price. Let's put those prices in there on a weekly basis. What I would use for my A point would be September 30th low. I'd use that shooting star the week of February 17th. And then that had a gap to the downside out there. So, follow through. Usually shooting stars either work or they don't. In this case here, it most certainly did. And the C point would be the low from March the 16th. So you're 1-to-1. That's if price can clear 59.27 will be your 68.59 area. So, David, I hope that helps you out with regard to advanced micro devices out there, really trading in between support and resistance. If there's anything else inside the den that you folks need me to take a look at, just go ahead and punch that in. If not, let's just go ahead and surf around and take a look at just the general things that folks request. I wanted to come back here, take a look at the profile level. So on this set of charts out here, you're going to see resistance for 3 of the 4 equity futures contracts. Now, resistance is, in this case here, was established by the bearish reversal candles that confirmed their Gartley sell patterns. Now, you don't see that here, but I want to give you these numbers. I want these to be written down on a pad of paper, because if you do see price close above these levels, that's telling us that these patterns will have failed. Not until then will the patterns have failed. So 2965 is a number that you're looking at inside the ES Mini. Inside the YM, it's 24,792. And inside the Russell 2000, it's 1374. Now, there's a new profile that is on my screen right now. This is Stevie's advanced Doppler profile for the Russell 2000. It was there this morning early, and then it vanished at about the market open, and now it's back. What I can't remember is if the numbers have changed. It doesn't really matter. The current profile is the current profile. And in the Russell 2000, this is a bear structured profile with the top of the box or resistance being 1341.70. Now, wait a minute. I know you're going to say, Steve-O, you had me write down on a pad of paper 1374. So which is it? It's both. You've got a new profile, 1341.70 out there. It's bearish in structure. First, I don't know if the profile is going to hold. We really won't know until, well, the earliest would be tonight. Maybe it's tomorrow. But if it does, in fact, hold, if price closes above 1341.70, geez, pretty good chance that it's going to try make an attempt at that 1374. But right now, that's not in the cards. You've got resistance. Now, there are no new profiles for the ESNQ and the YM at this stage out here. But those would be the resistance areas. We already talked about the NQ. That's going to require some type of bearish reversal candle. You don't have that right now. If anything, you've got a doji candle. The open is equal to the close, so it's a real doji, but 146 in the afternoon doesn't really mean a thing out here. So you're going to want to watch that. Tucker asked, have we taken a look at natural gas? And we have not. So we can do that. Why don't we do that? It's a request. We like this, the request line. So let's go take a look at it. Let's, what do I want to do here? Give me a second to change over to a different set of work sheets out here, work areas. There we go. And let's go take a look at natural gas. Now, my recollection, natural gas this morning was pulling back to test support out there, Tucker. Let's go take a look at the natural gas contract. In fact, we can take a look at many natural gas contracts. Ooh, it's trading below support. So what we're looking at, or Tucker, what I'm looking at, is the very bottom left-hand panel. That is the June contract for natural gas. And what we can see is right now it's trading below the bottom of that profile. That is 1.784. May not close below that, but if it does close below that, it'll both be below trend line support. Those are the diagonal green lines at the bottom left-hand corner, as well as the bottom of that profile. And that would suggest moving, going back and retesting the most recent lows. Now, in the case of natural gas out here, what you're going to see is two. Did I say two? I mean two three-drive patterns. One was a three-drive to a bottom that resulted in price moving all the way back up, basically to the high of those drives. And now we had a three-drive to a top pattern. And with price, don't pay attention to the, in fact, let me just get it off this screen out here, because this profile is not the one that we want to be using. So I'm going to get that off the screen. And the price is likely headed back now to the lows from April. The only thing that could get in that way there, who requested that? That came in from Tucker. Is we can see the oscillator and change line change from green to red. I think what was likely to occur out here, Tucker, is if price closes below the bottom of that profile, we're likely to see a run. Well, maybe it's just back to this $170-ish area out here. We're at 177, and then we should see price at least move up to test Stevie's red line. I don't know what that number will be at that time, but right now, with price below 2 support areas, that would suggest that it wants to continue to move lower. Now, we can take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Well, we'll see, but don't tell me we can. Go do it. All right, so let's go take a look at the short-term time frame out here. And on the short-term time frame, Tucker, so hey, thanks for asking me to do that. And we can see that this did form a TD 9-count bottom. Something to think about. No, nothing to think about. We already know that this has told us on a short-term time frame that it's identified that bottom. Now, the question is, we can see, and this bar is not going to end until 2 p.m., but what the price is trying to do is take on Stevie's red line. That's priced at 176. If price can close above that, price should run to the top of its profile. That's 1.795. And if price can get above that, then 1.842. So what it looks like to me on the short-term time frame, just the short-term time frame, that we've gotten a bottom, we should see some type of rally. Is it a solid bottom, like the type to go long on the daily time frame? No, I don't see that. But on the short-term time frame, based upon the 30-minute chart out here, close above 1.769 at 2 p.m. suggests a move to 1.795. So I hope that helps you out with regard to your trade or what you're thinking of doing when it comes to natural gas. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Currently, we've got the Dow trading down 96 points, S&P up 15, NASDAQ 100 down 7. We'll be right back.
Markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets. This is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We got the June contract for gold trading up $9, trading out at $17.07. If you pay attention to the very left-hand panel of my screen out there, what you're going to see is prices trading in between. It's got a little wedgie out there, flag, whatever you want to refer to it as. You can see that price is just trading with inside a narrower and narrower band out there. The actual high today ran right into resistance of that descending trend line. Last time price hit support was about 6, 7, 8 trading sessions ago out there, but just simply trading sideways. Now, a break to the upside out here, a close above that descending trend line will take price up to 1772, give or take. Likewise, a close below the rising trend line, in the case of gold, will likely move it down to 1595.20. 1595.20 is its breakout level. 1772 is the top of its daily profile. So that's what we see when we take a look at Goldilocks. If we look at silver out here, just to finish off the precious metals, not that would necessarily finish it off, we can see that it's traded right into the center of its bearish structured profile. That's the very left-hand panel. That number's at 1587 out there. The actual high today has been 1588. You can see how well that area acts as resistance. If price could close above that, you'd be looking at a move to 1629, the top of that profile. But right now, the center, where there's both buyers and sellers, has been holding up as resistance well, $15.87 out there. With regard to the markets in general, it's all going to be about the close today. If, in fact, we see a bad close in the market, what we're going to really want to key on, focus in on, is going to be that NQ out there. But short of that, short of some type of bearish reversal candle, you've got positive market breadth in the New York Stock Exchange. Its advanced decline oscillator remains above zero. It's printing right now at 25 and change out there. Spot volatility is below the 50-day exponential moving average. That's priced at 38.53. We're trading right now at 28.41 out there. That needs to be above that 50-day in order for markets to get rocking and rolling to the downside. Folks, speaking of rock and roll, Hoochie Coo, stay tuned. My favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. After that, Tom O'Brien to take us on home, and I'll see you on wonderful Wednesday. Have a terrific Tuesday. Take care, folks.